So, lads, the DeWanna Bonner situation did not work out the way anyone even remotely involved with the Fever wanted it to have worked out. Nobody wanted it to have worked out like this. Everyone wanted it to have worked out, from the fans to the team to players on her team to like her teammates and to the front office. But I have to say right now, the DeWanna Bonner situation is a failure on the front office. It is an absolute failure on the front office. And it is scary when I say this. Like, what is a team doing? Adjusting their play, trying to adjust their play style for a 38-year-old. So obviously this is an article from Chloe Peterson here. Obviously says on Wednesday to Wade Bonner. First and foremost, I've been disappointed things didn't work out. White said, I love DB. DB is someone that I have so much respect for. And while disappointed, I always first and foremost want her to be happy, which is as good a response as you can give. And like, it's clear that it pretty much did not work out from a basketball reason. From a basketball reason, she struggled. Fever GM Amber Cox said Bonner felt like she wasn't a good fit in the team from the beginning. They tried a variety of lineup and rotations in an attempt to find a spot for her, but they could never get her a place where they felt comfortable, or where she felt comfortable. And at the same time, the DeWanna Bonner and the Fever were trying to find out her role. Like, it kind of is just crazy. It's like, I think through the process, it felt better for her to step away. Like, obviously, Ari McDonald came in as well. On top of that, most teams don't have the cap space for Bonner. As we got further along, we were exploring trade options. Like, all of this situation is about the fact that DeWanna Bonner didn't fit. Mainly because she couldn't keep up. She couldn't keep up when the team wanted to run. Like, and it's, by the way, Natasha Howard can't keep up when the team wants to run either. Like, Natasha Howard can't do it either. So, and like, I'm not even going to say Sophie Cunningham's not the best in a fast-paced system either. It seems like they were sold a dream. It seems like they were sold a dream. It really does. Like, I genuinely think, if you've heard the way Sophie Cunningham was talking about it coming into this season, about the motion offense and everything's going to be moving the ball, like, they were sold a dream. And funnily enough, like, I had this really weird feeling that this is why Stephanie White is so opposed to running fast-paced basketball. And, like, I'm not saying the Fever don't play fast. I'm saying it's that, like, their speed used to be when as soon as the ball will go in, everyone runs. Everyone runs. And the thing is like, if you want to use the pace stat as a barometer of speed and, like, of how fast the team is playing, if one person just runs coast to coast every single possession and shoots the ball in 10 seconds, or if all 5 people are running and within 10 seconds there ends up being a wide open layup generated, and one is like a team sprinting up and down and legitimately looks like a fast-paced team. That is, and one looks like a slow team where one person's gone wild. The pace stat can be skewed by that, which is, ironically, not only Kelsey Mitchell, but Caitlin Clark also making wild decisions because people aren't running with her. Like, we saw it in the Seattle Storm game when Caitlin just looks up and tosses. And again, it's only ever really to Lexi Hull or Kelsey Mitchell sometimes. Sometimes where she just looks up, that the passes she used to throw to Temi all the time. The passes that she throws to, she threw to Kate Martin all the time. But very clearly, Stephanie White, that's not her A game. And if you guys know anything about Stephanie White at Vanderbilt, Stephanie White tried to change up Vanderbilt's style from a slow down game to a speed up game. She hardly won a game in like 3 seasons. Not only did she hardly win a game, half of her team quit. Half her starters transferred out. And this is pre-transfer portal, by the way. This is pre-transfer portal. Or the transfer portal maybe being as big as it is now. This is when you used to have to sit out a year if you transferred. You used to have to sit out a year and people were willing to transfer to get out of that. So very clearly, like, Stephanie White trying to play a fast-paced system has not worked for her in her career, which is why I think she's so reluctant to kind of play that system with the Indiana Fever, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine at the end of the day. Like, it happens. It happens, but why they brought in these free agents, they say they want a free agent to fit. And realistically, it seems like they wanted just to say, you know what, we're not trying to get you guys to fit into the Caitlin Clark system. we're building a new system and Caitlin is going to have to fit around you guys. That's the way it seems like, because Natasha Howard can't run anymore. Like, well, she can run. We saw it in Turkey. But when she runs, she plays no defense. And Natasha Howard, like, it's literally, if you look at Natasha Howard play, it goes one of two ways. Either she is all in on defense, or she's all out on defense. Or she's all in on offense. Sorry, not even all in on defense. Either she's running, or she's not playing defense. Or she's playing defense. Like, she's not been a terrible defender this year. Not a great defender, not been terrible. She was much better defensively this year than she was in Dallas or in Turkey. But, like, when she was in Turkey, I'm not joking when I say it, like, she legitimately was just not playing defense because she was running up and down the floor. And then there were, like, big games. There's a reason why Ileana Rupert was the star for that team over her. Like, there were big games where she was getting benched. Like, I'm pretty sure, was it the EuroLeague? Was the EuroLeague final or the Turkish Cup final? One of them, she's got benched. Like, it was one of those key games Tiara McCowan played over. And look, Tiara McCowan is far from being a even competent defender. She's a horrific defender. So, yeah, all in all, it's just a weird situation. And it does appear like the Indiana Fever just did not want to play a fast-paced system. All signs are pointing to that. Like DeWanna Bonner being excited to play with this team. Sophie Cunningham talking about emotion offense. All the signs are that Stephanie White was coming in to change how the Fever play. Like, that was the goal. The goal was not to see how the Fever played at the end of last season and build on that. It was completely change how they play. Which, this season, I will say, it's gotten the best out of Aaliyah Boston. It's gotten the best out of Aaliyah Boston, definitely. But I don't think anyone in good faith can say the Fever look better now than they did post-All-Star break last year. Post-All-Star break, people were legitimately saying that there was a shot that they were going to win it all. That they had a chance of winning it all. And that was the general consensus, was that the Indiana Fever were looking like the kind of up-and-coming team in the WNBA. But now it's a team where it's like they're not a young team, and they don't seem like a young team anymore. They don't play like a young team anymore. The run-and-gun style, ironically, has been replaced. Like, they've been usurped in run-and-gun style, but a team DeWanna Bonner wants to go to and thinks she's going to make an impact on the Phoenix Mercury. The only way she's going to make an impact in the Phoenix Mercury, I mean, is if she plays center. Like, she could take Kat Westbell's role, and Alyssa Thomas is just going to have to start guarding centers. Like, that's the only way she starts. Because is she starting over Copper? Hell no. Is she starting over Cole McCanny? Hell no. Is she starting over Satu? Hell no. Like, she's not starting over any of those players. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, she's not as good as any of those players. Especially in their system. And, like, obviously, there's no guarantee she gets signed either, by the way. There's actually no guarantee. There's, like, talk that the Mercury don't even want to sign her. Because they're doing so well at the minute. And they're kind of scared that bringing in somebody like DeWanna Bonner is going to have a negative effect on the team. But all in all, just all of this stuff comes down to the front office and the front office alone. Like, I don't even blame DeWanna Bonner. I think she was sold a dream. I think DeWanna Bonner was told we're playing a motion offense similar enough to what we did in Connecticut, and Caitlin Clark is going to be like our Alyssa Thomas. She's just going to be running the motion offense. Like, that's why I legitimately said coming into this season, my prediction was that Caitlin Clark was not going to lead the league in assists, and that it was going to be Alyssa Thomas. I thought Caitlin Clark was going to average 18 and 7 because of a motion offense. That, by the way, they haven't even played. They haven't even played because anytime they've tried to play a motion offense, it has not worked. It has not worked because the team doesn't have, no offense to this team, they don't have the IQ to run any sort of a like proper motion offense. Because you have about 5 different the offense stops here players. Like, you've got players that when they don't have the ball and they stand around and watch. Caitlin Clark included in that. Like, players on the team that stand around and watch when they don't have the ball is every single player except for, and I'm not even going to count hard cutters, like people that screen, people that free up other players. There is 0 on that team. And I'm not even going to say Aaliyah Boston for that. I don't even think Aaliyah Boston Does a good job at that, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That's the video. I'll see you guys.